try and get through two of them because I have a little thing from my father who's in the hospital right now. It's from my dad. It says, "Thank you for being here today, for showing your love for my family. I wish I could be there. I thank God that He chose myself and my brother to be born to Frank and Edina Valencia. What an example of love, respect, and honor they are. Our mom and dad have been together for 64 and a half years, and that love kept growing stronger every day. My dad never would say goodbye to me on the phone, so this isn't goodbye, it's till I see you soon. Yes, I will miss him very much every day of my life. But praise God, He will heal my broken heart. I know that my brother and I have been blessed by God for the parents we have. I was so happy to be able to celebrate my dad's 90th birthday with my family and friends, and to see the joy on my dad's face. One day we will be all at this threshold. And like my dad would say, if you don't know Jesus, there's no better time than now. And I love you all." And that's from my father, Hector Valencia. This took me a while to put down on paper. It tries to sum up everything, and I just can't. This is a very difficult day for me. When I received the news in the morning of November 28th, I didn't want to believe it. I had just been asking how he was doing a few short hours before. How can my grandfather, my tata, one of my heroes, no longer be here? Half of what I always thought to be the perfect couple is gone. I wanted to yell, scream, and be angry at God for taking someone away from me that was such a huge part of my life. It took most of the day for me being upset, silent, and angry. But God finally did come to me. He was able to calm and comfort me, letting me know that yes, Tata was no longer on this earth. But he was no longer in pain and was welcomed into heaven with open arms. With that being said, I'm going to try not to focus on the sadness, but instead remember the good times I've had throughout my life because of my mom and Tata. Just a few short things. A lot of my childhood was spent at 16th Street. I remember games of hide and seek, listening to Alvin and the Chipmunks records that they bought me, I don't know how many times, over and over. I don't know how they put up with that. Helping Tata work on projects in the garage up back, watching him put the house together still as I was growing up. And also getting in trouble a lot for playing in the old camper out in the backyard. The old camper full of spider webs that I get yelled at if I go out there. Also, I think I have I have to blame my love for Disney on my mom and Tata. They were the first ones to ever take me around 3 years old. And they took me once a year every summer until I was probably about 13. I think the first thing we always had to do every time we went was we had to go to the Enchanted Tiki Room, which is still one of my favorites because of my mom. Also, my mama said I've always had a love for cars. And I think I can also pin this on my Tata as well. On all those trips to Disneyland, I'd always ask him if I could drive, or puedo manejar. He told me I had to say that to him every time. I was maybe about 5 years old when I started asking him to do this. And he'd sit me on his lap, and he'd do the gas and the brake, but I'd drive through the middle of the desert all the way to Disneyland for numerous miles. He was also the one who gave me a crash course in driving a stick shift years later. It was Leonard's car. Your old celebrity? The old celebrity, the old round celebrity. It was over at Tata's house, and you needed it back. And Tata looks at me and throws me the keys, and he says, "I'll follow you."
I remember.
I've never been more scared in my life trying to drive down Grand Avenue in heavy traffic for the first time ever in a stick shift. So that was my crash course. I could go on for days with stories of my grandparents. They're such an important part of my life and always will be. I am thankful I was able to visit with him on November 1st. If you saw the picture out there of him with the Captain America shield, that was the picture I took of him just as I was getting ready to leave on November 1st. He got to hug his great-grandson, my son, and we talked for hours. This is the hardest part for me. Knowing I can't just drive down, give him a hug, and listen to stories anymore. Knowing I will see him again, and until that time comes, he is watching over me from heaven, helps me ease the pain a little bit.